I guess Trae is about to start an album review too. What's up everybody? It's Luke James, not the singer. If you're an indie artist looking for an album review and some promo, you can hit up Luke at redmattersite.com. And what I have for you boys and girls today is my review for Trae the Truth's album, The Truth Part 2. Now, I didn't get around to reviewing the first part, but I did think that album was pretty dope, so I wanted to make sure that I reviewed this one, because I've been a fan of Trae for quite a while now. I'm talking about way back when I first heard Swang, and even some of that work that he did with Zero. So if you're not familiar with Trae, he's an artist from out of Houston who blends rapping and singing, and I've always liked him just because he has a very unique and deep whispery style going on with his voice, so that's one of the things that I like best about him. But one of the things I noticed about this album is that out of 17 tracks, only 4 of them are solos, so it's almost like it's a compilation. There's the songs Crazy and It's Time, two of my favorite tracks where Trae is getting at the haters and the backstabbers, and then there's also the song Work, where he's obviously going in about how much work he's put in and how he deserves everything that he's earned. But one of the solo tracks that I thought stuck out the most is I Will Survive, because Trae goes in on a lot of good content on this one. He's spitting about his baby mama drama, the relationship that he has with his kids, and a lot of other things. So on this song he really proves that he can get deep and cover some great content whenever he wants to. And it's actually kind of the same on the song Mama. This one is my favorite track on the album. It has a really unique beat and a great hook from Watch the Duck, who I always thought had these unique, raspy, kinda CeeLo-like vocals. And it features J-Dog on the verse, and he's a rapper who just sounds very raw and hungry all the time. And he fit in perfectly on this track, because it's all about how they're just trying to escape the streets, but they just need one more day, you know what I'm saying? They're trying to get their money up, make sure the situation is right, and move on, which isn't always easy. So I thought that was some good content as well, that some people might be able to relate to if they're trapped in the streets. And speaking of the streets, of course Trae has got to come through with some braggy and gangsta type tracks on here too. On the song Spray, we get a J-Ton feature and some nice flute production, and I like that one line from Trae when he said that he's going to have haters doing the wop as if they're Fetty. And there's also the song Takers featuring the legendary ghostwriter Quentin Miller, where they had this nice piano banger and they're just spitting some braggy, boastful type of bars. And on the song Slugs, we get a Young Thug feature. And this song was pretty cool to me because the beat has a very spacey, late night banger type of vibe to it. And it was cool to hear these two styles come together, because you got Young Thug, who's very screechy and kind of abrasive, and Trae, who is more whispery and smooth. So it sounded cool hearing these two on this track. And these 3 tracks that I just talked about are actually 3 of my favorites on here, along with Crazy and It's Time. And overall, this is a very solid album, I think. There are only a couple tracks on here that I didn't like, including Thirsty with Wiz Khalifa and Roscoe Dash, because that's just a basic bitches ain't shit club type of track. And Fuck With Me features some nice vocals from Ink on the hook, but I didn't find this one overly interesting because it's just about Trae spitting game at girls and saying how they should fuck with them. I mean, these tracks aren't all out awful, but they were definitely some of my least favorites on here. And the same goes for Who They Rockin', which features Yo Gotti. This one was kind of just basic all around, especially when you listen to that generic horn production. But I still give this one a 3.5 out of 5. I think it's a very solid album, lots of bangers, some late night wavy vibes, and even some great content like I touched on. And there's even a posse cut on here called Let Me Live, featuring B.O.B., T.I., and once again Ink on the vocals. And this one is an acoustic guitar track, so I thought it was kind of unique. It had a different sound to it, and I thought it was pretty cool. There's just a lot of different sounds, a variety of content, and great moments on this album, so I highly recommend it. 3.5 out of 5 seems fair to me, and I want to know what you guys think, so hit me up in the comments section to let me know, and make sure you do all that good YouTube and social media stuff, man, where you like my videos, you share them, you follow me on Twitter, you retweet the videos, and you especially subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time.